Hello and welcome back to Suspended Fanimation. I'm your host, Dennis Bithoulkas, and it's time for Stargirl, Season 1, Episode 9, Brainwave. Thank you, everybody, for joining. For those of you, one here that are here, let me take care of some business first and we'll get down to it. If you like what you see here, like, share, and subscribe. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, you're going to see a video that pops up here at the very end. If you like that video, hit the subscribe button down below. Also up here is going to be, now I'm trying to remember what it was. Oh, that's right. Saturday morning blast off is what's going to be up there. If you want to know when I'm going to be on live again next, you hit the bell down below. It's a 50-50 chance of YouTube actually notifying you. Best thing to do is go to suspendedfanimation.com where I've got the schedule. I change it up every week when I remember. I'm usually changing it on Mondays. I forgot to change it out today, but it'll be done. I also have all the links to my social media. So that's Twitter, Instagram, and Patreon. No tier set as yet on the Patreon. And also links to this YouTube channel, my Facebook page, and a Facebook group page, which you guys can post stuff on and chat amongst yourselves. So what was that, Philip? I'm liking the show more each time I watch it. Really? Okay. Spoiler alert, I am going to spoil the episode. If you have not seen the episode, go and watch it. Come on back. This will be a video. You can comment down below in the comment section. Thank you, Viking Bitch, for the paddle. Hey, Joe Greer. All right. So, Brainwave Junior, really, they should just call this Enter Brainwave Junior, is what they should have called this. Because that's kind of what it was, or Enter Brainwave, because, yes, we got our exposure to Brainwave as through VHS tapes, which I'm kind of surprised they were in such good quality, considering that I don't know if they discontinued making VHS tapes a couple of years ago, from what I understand. So he must be stockpiling them or hoarding them, or Blue Valley is just behind the times and is now still making VHS tapes. I don't know. So we get to see what happened. It said a few decades ago. So obviously, I'm guessing the 80s is what this was, roughly, that Henry King Sr. ended up becoming Brainwave. And he, of course, he experimented on himself, and that's how he got the powers. But one of the interesting things that we get out of this whole thing is that he was having migraines, and the only way to get rid of the migraines was to kill people. He would kill someone, and the migraine would disappear. And Brainwave Jr., of course, is getting these migraines and stuff like that, and he's not putting two and two together. So the other plot is we have, of course, Courtney's talking to Pat about bringing Henry Jr. in now that he has powers, and saying, well, he can't be as bad as his father, right? We should try. And yeah, I mean, this girl has worse and worse ideas as she comes along, but this one's a pretty bad idea to begin with. And Pat is kind of agreeing with me on that one, that it's a bad idea, until he agrees to let her do it, and she talks him into it. I don't understand how this happens, but sure, why not? In the meantime, the rest of the JSA, the newly formed JSA, are pissed off because they have to do paperwork, because what good society doesn't exist without paperwork? And well, except for Hellcat. Hellcat is stomped off because, of course, Courtney's trying to get Henry Jr. to come on in. And of course, the whole thing about him, we still haven't figured out if he was the one that actually sent out the nude pictures of Yolanda, or if it was Cindy. I still am of the mind that it was Cindy who did it. They haven't. I mean, the way this episode played out, it was like he was going to say something about it to her when she confronts him later on in the episode. And we never get that. So did he or did he not? Because I mean, they're kind of leaving that part hanging. And Cindy seems like the kind of person that would have done that, would have snuck into, or just out and out gone into Henry's phone and sent those pictures. So that was one of the things that was kind of bugging me about this episode. And let's speak about Cindy too. So Cindy is locked away after her fight with Courtney by her. So her dad actually locked her away in the dungeon. and he goes and talks to Dragon King, ends up talking to the rest of the ISA, telling them that, well, it doesn't make any difference that Brainwave is out because we've got his son who actually has powers and Project New America can move along. And in the meantime, Icicle and his family are coming over to the to Courtney and her family for dinner because Barbara has invited them over. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting a very strong from the grandparents, a very strong, how shall I say this, Nazi vibe. Um, that's all I'm getting off of them. And it's, I mean, it's not being veiled, on this show at all. It's coming out fairly deep in this one, and I'm wondering if that's what we're going to get from this, or if they're going to skirt around the issue, kind of like they skirted around the issue with Cindy sending out the nude pics versus Henry Jr. I just want a little bit more forwardness in this. Again, we're getting a little too much CW injected into the show. I know it's moving over to the CW, and that's where we're heading on this. I don't want this. I want a little more straightforwardness in this show rather than I have a secret, but I'm not going to tell you until it's too late. That shit kind of really irks me. And finally, speaking of secrets, we finally got the big secret revealed because Pat was going to tell Barbara for the longest time of what they're doing. And Courtney's like, no, don't do it. And they keep going back and forth. It's like 3 times during this episode, they almost do it. And then finally, it's done by accident at the very end because Courtney goes down to go and grab the cosmic staff. There's a joke in there someplace. I'm not going to touch it. To go and see if Icicle or if Jason McKent is really Icicle or not. And Pat's trying to talk her out of it. And who happens to be down in the basement doing laundry? But Barbara, because that's what you want to do. You want to do laundry after you've had a evening out with the supervillain's family, I guess. And that was actually kind of a good reveal. I'm kind of wonder why it hasn't happened sooner. And I wanted that to follow a little bit more. I wanted a little bit more on that rather than just leaving it where they did. So Penn says, I don't think it's been too bad with the CW template. I just don't like the secret part of it, Penn. That's what irks me is that, all someone has to do is open their mouth and say, I did not send out those photos. Cindy did. And then we have a discussion going on of, what's happening. So yeah. Exactly, Philip. That's what I was talking about. So Penn says, is there a chance that her mom knew she was married to a superhero? I don't think so, because you know, if he disappeared the way he disappeared, she would have been looking for him, kind of thing. It sounded like I don't know. I really don't know. Again, that would be another secret within a secret if that was the case. If she already knew that she was married to Starman and was keeping the secret and never told her daughter, and oh my god, my head's going to explode on that one if that's going to be the case, because that's going to suck. Yeah. Penn says, I don't think so either, but it would be a surprise. It would be a very sucky surprise is really what it would be. Yeah, it would be a really sucky surprise. So that's why I thought they might do it. So Ben said, possibly. And of course, we have Brainwave wake up at the very end there. He comes out of his coma, and after Brainwave Jr. has killed his first man, it was a lawyer too. So, I mean, does that really count as a kill? I mean, it's a lawyer. Eh. And he was a Weasley lawyer too that was trying to get money out of um Henry King Sr.'s estate. Yeah. Sir Cam Lane says, I think her dad just looks like Starman, but it's not him. No, I think it's him. So it may not count. I don't know. And you know who was missing in all of this? Mike. Mike just disappeared. I mean, why do we even have that character in here? He seems to be kind of unimportant to the rest of the show. Uh, it kind of reminds me of Cousin Oliver from the Brady Bunch in that final season there, where he was just there as window dressing and, you know, that he was peppered throughout the first couple episodes. Then he's just kind of like dropping off slowly but surely. To the point now where he was just at the dinner table feeding the dog, and they're like, "Don't feed the dog at the table," and that was kind of a distraction. That's all he was. But yeah, they need to, I don't know, work him in somehow. Mike's going to inherit the striped suit. Let's hope not, because I don't think I can take any more kids and all of that. Um, yeah, we still don't know what the hell Project New America is, other than it needs. Well, we do know what it is now. I take that back. So we found out that it's a machine that amplifies brainwaves, mind abilities, telekinesis abilities, telepathic abilities, excuse me, to take over the 6 states around Nebraska and all the people within it, and making a new America within those. And I'm trying to think of like, okay, how are you going to hold that? That just doesn't seem like it's feasible and seems like kind of a dumb idea. So maybe it's just me. I don't know. Yeah. Make a new version of Stepford Wives. Is that what you're saying? That's what this is? Yeah, kind of in a way. So, yeah, we waited all this time. This is episode 9 now to find out what Project New America is all about. And basically, they're going to take over the minds of people within 6 states and make a new America. Okay. Good luck with that. Yeah. Families. It's all about families. Yeah, that whole family. Let's talk about that for a second, Joe Greer. That whole talk about families and what makes Blue Valley great and all, that was a fucking creepy talk if ever there was one. And that Barbara had bought into that so much, and I was just like, yeah, that's a little creepy for me, just a little too creepy. So yeah, because it wasn't done with sincerity; it was done with evil, and not evil, but evil intent on that one. And yeah, I'm not really digging it. So yes, next week I guess we're gonna get Barbara getting the whole scoop on what the hell's been going on. She's probably gonna meet the rest of the JSA as well, and shit kittens because of all the shit that they're doing. And yeah, all the tunnels too. Yes, I kind of glossed over the tunnels, Joe Greer, because quite honestly, we know about the tunnels. We know they're all under Blue Valley and that they, so them being built back in the 1800s or something like that doesn't really mean much other than, okay, so there was, you know, a separatist thing during the Civil War that lived in Blue Valley, and that's they created these tunnels. All right, great. It just seems kind of like a throwaway, aha, here's another secret that we're gonna, but didn't really make that much of a difference in anything. So, but next week, Barbara finding out more about what's going on with her daughter and her husband. Uh, and no, it's not one of those videos either. And the whole thing with the new JSA and all that stuff. A whole bunch of kids basically going out and putting their life on the line. Yeah. So this is not my favorite. It's slowly kind of devolving for me, this series. I know some people here are liking it. I am not. It's okay, but it's not the best series that's on right now, especially since you can tell they're running out of money and they are slowly backing out of the CGI stuff. Not slowly, they are rapidly backing out of the CGI stuff. Um, and the other thing was too, we had the Shining Knight again, mopping the floors and having a hallucination about holding onto the cosmic staff because the cosmic staff is what is supposed to awaken him. So we know that. I like the old timey Seven Heroes. Oh yeah, the thanks for reminding me about that, Philip. So yeah, we get Pat talking about the group that he was in before the JSA, and we actually had some names thrown out there. And I actually wish I had a picture of that for the thumbnail. I kind of even forgot about it because it was just such a fast throwaway. Um, they had the vigilante in there, and the vigilante is a huge DC character. If you go and watch Justice League Unlimited, the animated series that's on DC Universe right now, the old episodes, Vigilante is in there in quite a few episodes. So a lot of those characters that you see are in some of the old Justice League Unlimited episodes. Yeah. Philip says I would have been happier if they were called the All Star Squadron. Yeah. Me too. Yeah, for some reason, DC on TV likes changing things, kind of like what's going to happen with Doom Patrol on this week's episode, which looks strangely like Challengers of the Unknown, but they're calling them something else completely different. Who am I to? Oh, that's right. I'm a fan that is kind of pissed at some of the stuff they're doing. That's what it is. Penn says that was a good part, even if it was a throwaway. Yeah, it was a really good part, and honestly, I wish they would have delved a little bit more into it as well. Especially since Pat says, "I wish I knew where they were, so that I can, get in contact with them." Well, we saw the Shining Knight in there. We saw Vigilante, and then there was a couple others that were in there as well. So sorry, I've got a errant dog hair that's flying around my eye there. So next week's episode is going to be about the Shining Knight, and also Barbara's revelation that her little girl and her husband are out running around at night fighting supervillains, and we'll see where it goes from there. So what else do I have going on this week? Tomorrow is going to be another episode of Is It Worth My Time? And this time I'm going through The Old Guard. That's right, The Old Guard on Netflix, because everyone's been watching that. Wednesday I'm off. Thursday is Doom Patrol. Friday I'm off. Saturday is Saturday Morning Blast Off, where I take the genre news of the week and any other genre stuff you guys want to talk about, and we talk about it. Sunday I'm off, and then Monday we come back around again to Stargirl. Yeah. So there you have it. Joker says I enjoyed those episodes of JLUA. Yeah, the Justice League Unlimited animated series was really damn good. It's Bruce Timm. I mean, you can't go wrong with Bruce Timm. You really can't. That's what I've been finding. Every now and then, if there's nothing else on, I'll actually pop in an old animated episode of something on DC Universe. Yeah. And as Penn has said, keep an eye on the schedule when I decide to actually update it at suspendedfanimation.com. So thank you, everybody who joined me tonight in the chat, and thank you if you made it this far in the video. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the video that pops up here at the very end. If you like that, hit the subscribe button. And if you want to know when I'm be on again live, you can hit the bell down below down there. It's a 50-50 chance of YouTube actually notifying you. Best thing to do is go to suspendedfanimation.com, as Penn has put up there. I have my schedule up there, and I also have all the links to my social media up there. So Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, and also the links to this page, the YouTube page, Facebook, and also a Facebook group page where you guys can post stuff and chat amongst yourselves. Ah, yes, get me to 1,000 subscribers. Win cash and prizes. I don't know. Not cash, but you get prizes every now and then, depending on what I've got there. So thank you, everybody. I'm going to let you guys go for the night. So until tomorrow, don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Otherwise, you may get caught in a secret within a secret within a secret, and you got to tell somebody, but you don't want to tell them because it's a secret, and they might finally understand what you're talking about, and that secret will no longer be a secret. But you have other secrets that you can tell those secrets to, because those secrets are secrets. Even now, I'm confused. Thanks, everybody. I will see you tomorrow. Take care, stay safe, and wash your hands, wear a mask. Thanks. Bye.